Hello and welcome back to the channel. So today I want to make a response video to Gym Leader Ed's video talking about bringing more Monster Tamer games back to the West. It's a great video. I'm going to leave it in the description for everyone to have a look at. I've been sharing it around on my Discord as well for a few people to look at. It's a great discussion, a discussion actually I feel like we really need to have. He brings up a couple of great points that are very valid. A lot of things. If you want to have a look at that video and just, I don't know, do what you've done for me with the Digimon World games, share it around a bit, just show a little bit of support that way. I'd really appreciate it, and I'm sure he'd really appreciate that as well. So he spoke about Medabots in this video a couple of times, and there is actually a couple of reasons why we don't have Medabots over here, and there is actually a thing that Medabots was going to be a thing back over here again. There is a couple of other things going on. I'm going to try and do a bit of a catch up, just see what was going on with that franchise over the last couple of years, and I don't know, just bring everyone up to speed as to why we don't have them. But yeah, so going all the way back way back to 2015. This is actually, before I go anywhere else, this is Project Rising Beetle. They're a great source of Medabots news. If you're looking for any Medabots news, always follow Project Rising Beetle. They've done an awful lot to try and get the games localized back over here. They've done a lot for research into like Medabots games, why we don't have them, news that's coming out of what new Medabots games come out. They do an awful lot. Please check them out as well. I'll also leave them in the description. But yeah, this is an old interview. Like I said, it's back in 2015. So this was an interview with Graham Markey, the director of operations at Natsumi. So basically, he was spoken to about Medabots games and the possibility of getting more Medabots games brought back over here, because 2015 it was a long time since we had Medabots games. So very briefly, here's a quick couple of paragraphs from him. Not every game that's made in a particular territory such as Japan is always made with a worldwide release in mind. Another thing to consider is that we'd have to use Rocket Company's engineers and programmers in regards to localizing the game. Even if we were to translate it, they'd have to be available. We reached out to them and told them that we wanted to do more. We had a great time back in the day on the GBA releasing those 4 Medabots games and on the GameCube. Unfortunately, the stars have not yet aligned. Hopefully there's a game that they have time to partner with us on. So they were interested at that point. What's more is they were interested at bringing out more modern Medabots games at that point as well, if you read further down. I would have loved to have brought Medabots 7 and 8 over to the US. It just didn't seem like the right timing now. But then that begs the question of when would be the right timing. Maybe when their team frees up, but then when's that going to be? When we're free, they're free. Is it still going to be viable on the 3DS market at the time? We haven't given up. It's not like they reached out and said, hey, we need A, B and C to make this happen. We both looked at our calendars, and unfortunately we were involved with something and weren't available at the time. So something they did look into. That's actually really cool as well. Just that Medabots, they did want to bring like all these other games back. I mean, if they had gone through with that, fuck knows how many new Medabots games we would have got. So another thing that happened in 2015 that I forgot to pull up the article for, but it did happen, was they actually brought out on the Wii U. You can actually get Medabots games. I think it was the GBA games he mentioned there. You can actually get those Medabots games on the Wii U. They're on the eShop. So before the eShop closes down, which is another worry we have, to try and get those games if you're really interested in Medabots stuff. If you have a Wii U, obviously. It's just a shame they're locked to the Wii U, because I would have loved to have gotten them on the 3DS. So, further on, we've got Discotech to release Medabots anime on Blu-ray in North America. This did happen, and this was 2019. This isn't that far along. Do you know what I mean? They clearly tried to bring Medabots back in a big way. I mean, they were bringing back the anime, they wanted to bring over games, they wanted to bring over new games as well. They brought over the older games. I mean, they really wanted to do this. There was a reason. There's a couple of bumps in the road, and I'll get to those. But that is something that they done. They brought over the Blu-rays. Over here then, unfortunately, we have this bit of bad news. Imagineer involved in a European Medabots trademark dispute. I don't want to go too deep into this because I don't know exactly what's going on. So I'm just editing the video and I'm just going over this bit. I'm not too sure on a lot of things that are going on here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave these 2 articles linked either in a card up top or in the description down there. You guys can have a look at that. I do want everyone to have a look, just kind of like, just so that you know what's going on. I just don't think I'm qualified to talk about this kind of stuff at the moment. So, yeah. For Gym Leader Ed, who was looking for some Medabots stuff, I hope this answers your question. I mean, we were about to get them. We were so close, and it just didn't happen. But yeah, I'm going to leave it at that. Thanks very much for watching, and see you again. Bye-bye.